It's the year 1953 in Zurich. David Bronstein takes his seat at the board, knowing full well that a win here would bring him much closer to the World Championship match. Across from him sits Isaac Boleslavsky, widely considered one of the greatest experts in dynamic chess structures and aggressive king attacks. Bronstein understands he needs a complex, unbalanced, and idea-rich struggle, and he chooses to play the King's Indian defense. The King's Indian defense is a hypermodern opening where black allows central control, only to then attack it with pawn breaks and active play. Its core idea is to accept less space in exchange for gaining the initiative and launching a direct attack on the king. In the King's Indian defense, there are two main variations: the classic variant of solid and balanced play and the four pawns attack, a very aggressive option where white advances their central pawns to gain space and attack quickly. In the classic variation, the game begins with a pawn advance that takes space in the center, which is met by the development of a knight to control that area. Soon after, the center is reinforced with another pawn while the bishop's fianchetto is being prepared. If you're unfamiliar with what a fianchetto is, you can click the top right corner, where we'll explain it in much more detail. The development of a minor piece continues to support the central position, and the opposing bishop then comes into play, putting pressure on that structure. A new pawn push creates a strong center, met by securing the defensive base. Later, another piece is developed to reinforce board control, and the king is castled to safety. Next, a bishop is developed to complete the castling, and a central pawn break attacks the position. Finally, the king castles, and the position is ready for the middle game. Grandmasters use the classical variation because it is solid and secure. It allows them to develop their pieces well, maintain balance, and reach a stable middle game without taking unnecessary risks. In the four pawns attack variation, the game begins with an ambitious occupation of the center, which is countered by developing a knight to exert pressure. The central control is reinforced by another pawn push, while the bishop's fianchetto is prepared. Later, a piece develops to support the position, and the enemy bishop enters play, targeting the center. A new pawn push creates a very strong central structure and is met with the consolidation of the defense. Then, a fourth pawn is advanced, initiating a clearly aggressive plan while the rival king is brought to safety. Next, the center and the attack are supported, but the opponent reacts by directly attacking the central structure. The white bishop develops to support the center and prepare for the king's castling. The black pieces continue their development, reinforcing the pressure on the center. Finally, the king castles, the position becomes consolidated, and the game transitions into the middle game. Grandmasters often employ the four pawns attack to gain a significant amount of space in the center, to make black's pieces uncomfortable right from the very beginning, and to seek a strong, aggressive initiative, especially when they want to play for a win and not simply settle for a quiet position. If you want to master king attacks and truly grasp when to strike the center, then this defense is absolutely indispensable for your repertoire. Black Chess Academy, providing the very best in chess education.